What's your name?
My name is James Miller. I'm a bailiff. Want to see my ID?
Absolutely.
Go for it. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Alright, now I'm here because I've got a property seizure and sale order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can show it to you, sir. Property seizure and sale order. There you go.
Well, who are you looking for, anyway?
I'm looking for Robert Sheridan. Would you be him?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Do you know Robert Sheridan?
I'm not going to comment on that.
You're not going to comment on Robert Sheridan? Okay. So you've
well,
never...
Well, why don't you go and find the guy and give it to him?
No, it doesn't matter about finding the guy. With the property seizure and sale order, sir, 10:11.
So you want me to contact the owner and give him that card?
That would be good. The reference number is 2.
So you have to establish who the owner is?
No, I don't have to establish who the owner is. It's this property here is the one I have the property seizure and sale order for.
Well, look, I've got my stuff here.
Yeah.
So
see, now if you're not Mr. Sheridan, it doesn't matter. I can't seize your property. If the property does belong to Mr. Sheridan, then I can seize the property.
Well, can I just ask you this, James?
Yeah,
sure. The property belongs to, as far as you're concerned, are you saying that the property belongs to a man called Robert Sheridan? Or is this the corporation?
I don't know what I don't know the property. What we
you don't know who owns the property?
No, when I seize it, I may not know. But we then do ascertain who owns the property, and if someone who is not Mr. Sheridan owns the property, then we don't seize the property because we can't. Okay. When we seize the property, we don't take the property. We leave it at the property. Okay. The intent. Yeah, I understand. That's what gets people upset. So when you say property seizure and sale order, everyone thinks you're going to turn up with say if you've got a vehicle here, you're going to turn up with a tow truck and tow the vehicle away. You're not. The intention is to try and get the debt paid. Right? And to this case, I believe it's to the Shire of Collie. Okay. So effectively you put a hold on it, you can't sell the vehicle, for instance. There is no vehicle here, but in that case, you can't sell the vehicle, you can't transfer the vehicle, you're supposed to store the vehicle for the bailiff, for the sheriff. Okay. At a later date, they can come and seize that vehicle if the debt isn't paid. Okay, but they don't take.
So
stuff.
You're after the money.
Yeah, effectively.
Oh, I see. Well, so as far as I'm concerned,
yeah,
I can still stay here. Is that right?
Yeah, you can still stay here. Anyone can stay here anyway. If you're Mr. Sheridan, you can stay here. We're not going to at this time. We're not going to seize the house. You know, there is no issue with that at all. It's just any property that may be here, like a vehicle or whatever.
Okay. It's just that I have, what I understand, or what I know about. Oh no, it doesn't concern you really. So it's just the point I was talking about it.
No, go for it. I'm happy to talk. I've got plenty of time.
Well, what are you going to write? Are you going to write down? I mean, I've got a record here. I can give you the record.
No, I'm just going to write this down. What I'm going to write it down is there was no property to seize. I'm going to give it to you so you can have it if you want.
Well, I'm not going to accept it. Put it in there.
I'll put it in the box.
I'll let it be known that
that's fine.
A guy called James came around here.
Yeah. And you've got my ID on there, so you can show him that it was a bailiff.
Yeah.
And you can talk to Mr. Sheridan if you want to, and he can give the officer a call and seek more information.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm under the impression.
Yeah.
If I tell, because I'm taking care of this property.
Yeah.
If I tell you to get off this property, you've got to go.
No, I don't. Not with a property seizure and sale. When I come here, say for instance with a minor case claim, all right, there's an implied. You've got all the notices on here, like trespass of private property and so forth. Okay.
This applies to you, James. That's why I put it there, so no one bothers me.
Yeah, I understand that. It does apply to me if I come here with, say, a minor case claim. All right. With what I'm relying on with that, for instance, is the implied invitation to a house. That house there, I can walk up to the door quite legally and knock on the door.
Yes.
Right? With your house, I can't do that because it's got trespass and so forth.
Well, I've got it. It's chained. I mean, the gates are closed. Yes, you can't come in. That's the law.
No, it's not the law.
All right, carry on. All right.
So I can't. If that house there had no trespassing on there, I couldn't enter the house except if I had a property seizure and sale order or a property seizure and disposal order. Okay. The courts then give me the right to ignore the trespass sign and go into the property.
Well, you went up to the front door and you read it?
I did see the thing.
Because
there,
it says that the law from the High Court, that's higher than the court that you're coming from, and it says you just can't go onto private property.
No, and that's
James.
That is absolutely true. There is the house is your castle law. Okay, so I can't, when I come onto your property, I can't actually go under the main roof.
You can't go under the main
roof. With a property
roof.
seizure and sale order, I can't go under the main roof because your house is your castle. If you're Mr. Sheridan, okay. But I am allowed onto the property with a property seizure and sale order.
Oh, that's why you didn't knock at the front door then.
No, usually I don't knock at the front doors to see if there's anything, because then we end up with someone like you get upset like you had today.
I'm not upset. Have I shown that I'm upset?
Well, I don't know. If I hadn't got off your property, you may have become upset.
I may have become upset.
Yeah. So what we try and do is we seize the things first and then talk to the person at the house.
Well, I'm not a person, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and then we then talk to that person.
Well, I'm a man. Well, I think you're reasonably sure that I'm a man.
Well,
look,
it's a general term for
a person includes a corporation.
The person is just anyone. I'm talking generally, not
well,
specifically.
Well, I mean, this is specific because this is talking about disposal of. Well, I'm explaining to you what the Transfer of Land Act is, and that says a person includes a corporation.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's two things. That's a legal fiction, isn't it?
Give the courts a call.
Well, look, I've let the Lands Minister, his name is Tony Booty.
Yeah.
I've sent him ownership is in dispute.
The ownership of this house
it's in dispute. I mean, I think I can say that quite comfortably because
I'm only here with the PSSO. Whatever happens, I'm not here to.
Yeah, but James, you're supposed to know what the law is.
I do know what the law is.
And you're supposed to know what the Transfer of Land Act is, because.
Now I need to know what the laws are that pertain to me, and I do know what the laws are that pertain to me.
I'll have respect for how you're handling this, James.
Yeah.
And you're taking your job seriously, as you must do. Because this is serious.
Yeah. But if you wish to make a complaint, you've got the video there.
No, I'm not complaining about you. You've done a professional job.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, you know, who are you giving this order, or that's not an order, is it? Is that an order you've got there that you're not going to give?
Oh,
it's something that you have to give to the owner.
No, I have to show it to the owner. We give them a form 26.
Well,
we give them a form 26.
If you can get,
we give them a form 26.
Sorry.
If we do see something, we give them a form 26.
All right. If you see something, you give them a form 26.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, this is the critical thing here. Is the understanding of the Transfer of Land Act.
Yep.
Which is defined, and because it's so short, I can memorise it and inform you about it, because a person includes a corporation.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a legal fiction.
What is legal fiction?
The definition of a person. A person is a legal fiction.
Oh, okay.
Right? So a person includes a corporation. That's two things. Because you're saying a person is probably a man, because you've got to give this to a man who you're calling a person. But I'm saying... but you've written the corporation name on that card. So you're saying that you're after a corporate. You're trying to give this to a corporation because a person includes a corporation.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to give this. This is just.
Who are you giving that to?
This is just a notice to Mr. Sheridan, so he can contact the office and seek more information.
Okay, but
this has no real legal standing. It's just giving a note. So that you can...
fantastic, James.
Yeah.
But you just said you were trying to give that to Mr. Sheridan, which implies you want to find a male who answers to that name to give him that pink slip. Correct?
No, I'm going to leave it in that post box over there.
Well, wouldn't you prefer to give it to someone who would accept it?
Well, if Mr. Sheridan will accept it, I'll give it to him.
Right. Okay. But you see, you've written the name of a corporation on that card.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying to you. You're trying to do a service. You're trying to find a person to give that to. You've written the corporation on that piece of paper. So you're asking somebody, a man, to accept the liability of a corporation, Robert Sheridan.
No, this isn't
No,
actually asking him to
capital
accept anything. This is asking him to contact the office and just talk to the office.
Well,
about
that's a contradiction. You just contradicted yourself. You're asking that man to contact your office.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. He doesn't have to. It's not, you know, he doesn't have to if he doesn't wish to.
Look.
And to be honest with you, most of these we leave, most people don't.
Yeah, look, fantastic. You're good at your job.
Yeah.
But what you've just done is accepted what I've just said.
No, I haven't accepted anything you said, sir. I've listened to what you said. It's different.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're going to agree to disagree on that.
It may well be.
But the way you tell a corporation is from a person, a corporation has all capital letters.
And that's just the way I print. So
well,
this isn't a legal document.
I'm saying,
it's just a note.
James, I suggest to you that you've probably been trained to print it nice and clearly in all capital letters, but in legal terms, in exact, precise legal terms, you've just written it as a corporation.
Well, that's fine. And that
No, it's not fine.
No. So that's fine. If it gets challenged in court and overturned, that's fine. We'll work with that. But it hasn't so far, so I'll live with it. When the courts tell me to do something different, because I'm acting on behalf of the courts, then I'll change.
Okay, you work for the courts, and I've
So
seen
you give them a call, and they can give me a call and tell me I'm doing it wrong, and then I'll change. So that's
well, I can't ignore you. I've asked you to get off the property, but I will communicate.
No, that's fine.
I will communicate
as I
that.
say, I am allowed to go on the court. You may ask them whilst you're there if a bailiff is allowed to come onto your court with a property seizure and sale order as well. As I said, they're not allowed to come under your main roof, but they're allowed to go onto the property.
Well, what about the back roof? The back's got a roof as well.
It's only the main dwelling. I can actually go into the sheds if I wish to. But
well, how do you think you're going to do that? They're quite securely locked.
They are securely locked, yes.
So you checked them, did you?
I checked to see that they're locked, yes.
Because you intended to go into them.
Yes.
You intended to go into the asbestos shed and to the one at the back.
Yes.
So you checked them both.
Yeah, as I'm allowed to.
Were you looking for a identification or a vehicle or something? Were you?
Something like that. Yeah, something that had some value that we could put a.
So you were quite prepared to come here today and take something of value?
No, we don't take anything. I would have taken a picture of it, okay? Any identifying marks, like a serial number or something like that with a car, it would have been a registration. I would then gone and spoken to you.
Me?
Well, you're the person at the house. You would have said that you're...
Well, I'm not a person, I'm a man, because...
It doesn't relate to you. You would say it doesn't relate to you, so I would have just left the Form 26 in there. Unsigned, obviously.
Why wouldn't you sign it and leave your name?
I would sign it. You wouldn't sign it.
Are you going to sign that with your name, or are you leaving your identification on that card?
No, you've got my identification. You don't need my identification. You can ring up the office if you wish to and talk to them, and they'll give you my identification. They're happy to identify me. Oh. You're happy to identify me. You've got.
Oh, I just noticed here you've got Baycorp there.
Yes.
Do you work for Baycorp?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, how can you be a bailiff and work for Baycorp at the same time?
Because Baycorp do the bailiff services for the Sheriff's Department. So
you're a contractor?
No, I'm an authorised assistant bailiff.
Oh, I see. Right. That kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you work for Bailiff. You work for Baycorp.
Yeah.
They're a collections agency, aren't they? They collect debt.
Baycorp do in Western Australia, yeah, do collect some debt, but they also have the contract to provide the bailiff services to the sheriff.
Ah, so I got to laugh, Jones. That's
yeah, can't laugh.
That's funny because
it is.
You know, you're a private contractor and probably on a commission or something like that.
I'm not on a commission.
Not on a commission.
It's different. No, we work. We're paid and we work as bailiffs. There are people.
So who pays you?
Baycorp pays us.
Baycorp pays you.
Yes.
Look, James, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Not to you, no. I don't think it would.
Yeah, all right. Well,
can I leave this now? Because I've got other people to go.
Yeah, look, have a good day.
Yeah, enjoy yours as well.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.